So, you need a car like yesterday, but every time you try, the banks just shut the door. If that's you, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to walk through a real, no-nonsense guide to getting you on the road, even if your credit score has seen better days. Let's get into it.
Does that sound a little too familiar? I mean, it's a crazy, frustrating place to be, right? You've got a job, you've got the income, you can absolutely make the monthly payment, but some old mistake on your credit report just keeps holding you back. Well, you're definitely not alone, and that feeling of being trapped is exactly what we're here to talk about.
You know, being stuck without a car, it has a real actual cost. You could be dropping thousands of rands every single month on ride shares and taxis, and that money just vanishes. A car, though, that's different. It's not just another bill. It's a tool. It's your ticket to a better job, to starting that side hustle, and honestly, to just getting your freedom back.
Okay, so if the main road is totally blocked off, we've got to find another way through. And for a lot of people across South Africa, that other path is rent to own. Now look, it's not some magic fix, but it is a totally legitimate, structured way to get the keys in your hand, and fast.
So what even is rent to own? Well, let's break it down. When it's done right, and by that I mean it's compliant with the National Credit Act, it's basically a long-term rental that gives you the option to buy the car at the end. But here's the absolute best part. Approval is all about your current affordability. They're looking at what you earn today, not some credit score from 2 years ago.
The whole process is actually pretty simple. You make a fixed payment every month, you get to drive the car almost right away, and once the term is up, boom, you take full ownership. It's a really clear path from renting to owning.
All right, so that all sounds good in theory, but what are we actually talking about in terms of rands and cents? Let's get real and look at the actual numbers for the kind of reliable cars you see on the road every day. No fluff, no marketing spin, just the facts.
So, for a solid, reliable choice like a Polo Viva, or maybe something with a bit more space like a Renault Triber, you should realistically be thinking about a monthly payment that could hit 10,000 Rand or even a little more. Smaller, more budget-friendly cars like the Grand i10 might be a bit less, but this is the ballpark we're playing in.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Those numbers sound kind of high, but it's so important to understand what bundled really means. That monthly payment isn't just for the car itself. It usually includes the big stuff, like your comprehensive insurance, a tracker, even roadside assistance. It rolls all those unpredictable costs into one fixed monthly expense.
And that brings us to the most important number on the screen, the golden rule. To make those bundled payments work, most providers are looking for a minimum net income, that's your take-home pay, after all the deductions, of at least 15,000 Rand. Seriously, this is the main thing they'll look at to see if you qualify. Okay, so if you're looking at that income number and thinking, yep, I can do that, then the very next step is getting your paperwork sorted. Having everything ready to go is the secret to making this whole process quick and painless. So, let's put together your application pack.
This is it. This is your entire checklist for a professional, fast-tracked application. Your valid SAID and driver's license, obviously. Then, the most recent 3 months of your payslips, and, this is important, your last 3 months of full bank statements. That's how you prove that stable income. Top it off with a recent proof of residence, and you're good to go. That's it.
And hey, here's a pro tip. If your income is just a little bit shy of that 15,000 Rand mark, don't just give up. A joint application with your spouse or partner can be a total game changer. Combining your incomes makes your application much stronger and seriously boosts your chances of getting that yes.
Okay, we've talked about what this is and how it works, but now we've got to talk about something crucial: how to navigate this world safely. Because, let's be honest, where people are in a tough spot, you'll always find scammers. But the good news is, they're actually pretty easy to spot once you know the signs.
So let's ask the most critical question of all. How do you protect yourself? How can you tell the difference between a legit opportunity and some scam that's just designed to steal your hard-earned money? Well, the answer is actually way simpler than you might think.
Listen very carefully. This right here is the #1 giant flashing red flag. If anyone, and I mean anyone, asks you to pay a deposit or a holding fee or some random admin fee before you've even seen the car, driven it, and looked at a contract, you need to run. Don't walk, run.
This is exactly what it sounds like in the real world. You'll get a WhatsApp message or an email that sounds just like this. It's designed to make you feel rushed, to prey on how badly you need a car, but let me be clear,
No legitimate business works this way. You never, ever send money for a car you haven't physically touched.
And here's how you know the difference. A scammer wants your money upfront for doing absolutely nothing. A professional advisor or an intermediary service, they should charge you zero upfront fees for their help. Their job is to be your guide, not to stand at a gate and charge you a toll to get through.
So what does a good advisor actually do for you? Well, think of them as your personal expert. They check out the deals to make sure they're legit. They read all the boring fine print to find hidden fees. They can even negotiate things for you, like the deposit or how many kilometers you can drive. They work for you and only share your application with partners they know and trust.
Now, it's really important to be clear about this. An advisor is your champion, your guide. They get your application looking perfect and put it in front of the right people. But they don't make the final call. The ultimate approval always comes from the actual finance partner who is supplying the car.
So, when you bring it all together, you understand the costs, you have your documents ready, and you know how to avoid the scams, what you've done is created a clear, safe, and totally achievable path to your final goal, owning your own car.
And this timeline just makes it all feel real, doesn't it? You could submit your documents on a Monday and literally be driving your car by the weekend. Then the next few years are all about using that car to drive, to earn, and to get back on your feet financially. And the whole time, you're heading straight for that final destination, full ownership.
And you know, that really is the main takeaway here. Rent-to-own isn't some second-best option. It's a strategic tool. It's the key that unlocks your mobility, which helps you earn more, which helps you build back your financial strength when the old system just wasn't working for you.
Look, it's a powerful way forward for anyone who is ready to make a move. The process is clear. The rules are based on your reality today, not your past. And the end goal is freedom and ownership. So really the only question left is the one on the screen. Are you ready to position your future today?